Well, was Ehud wrong to deceive Eglon? And he did deceive him, didn't he? He made his special double-edged sword. It fitted on his thigh. He put it in his right thigh. He being left-handed, that wouldn't have been expected. And probably the guards wouldn't have searched. I guess in the pat-down, they wouldn't have expected a concealed weapon there. Then he says, "I've got a message for you," but he doesn't have a message for him. He's got a sword for him. And so through deceit, Ehud gets into the presence of Eglon and then assassinates him. And so I don't know. What's your gut reaction? Is that lying and murdering, or is Ehud a righteous deliverer of Israel? It's an important question. Well, we can't answer it brilliantly. I don't think. I'm certainly not capable of doing that. But the way that the story is told in Judges, there's no sense of embarrassment about the deceit, and there's no sense of embarrassment about this murder. And I think the reason for that is that what we have here is this very powerful man, part of a conglomerate of allies who are all of God's enemies, really, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Amalekites, all joined together to come and oppress the Israelites. It's not their land. God has given the land to Israel, so this is an act of war, this is an act of invasion, and they shouldn't be there. And we've got Ehud, and he's not a private vigilante. He's been appointed in some way by the Israelites to take the tribute up. He's got some position, and he doesn't lie to Eglon. He's very clever, but he actually says that it's a lovely kind of ambiguous word in the Hebrew. He says, "I've got something for you. I've got a something for you, a word for you." It could mean a thing or a word. And obviously the expectation is it's a word from God, but it turns out to be a something from God, which in a way is a word. It's a word of judgment, but it's also a something. It's a double-edged sword into his belly to kill him. And very much he's presented as the deliverer, the one that God has raised up to deliver his people from their oppression. So I wonder if it's a little bit like Simeon's doing some history at the moment and some literature, and the crossover is thinking about Robin Hood, and I wonder if we should maybe be thinking, the Sheriff of Nottingham and Robin Hood. And so we delight when Robin Hood deceives the Sheriff of Nottingham. Who wouldn't? The Sheriff of Nottingham's horrible, especially if you've got Alan Rickman's portrayal of him in your mind from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Why wouldn't you rejoice to see him get his comeuppance? Why wouldn't you rejoice when eventually Robin Hood kills him, say? You're not nitpicking about Robin Hood's ethics. Fundamentally, this is a battle between good and evil. And the tricks are all part of Robin Hood getting his own back and getting everyone else's own back on an evil ruler. I think that's what's going on here with Eglon.